All right, let's jump right in. Today we're going on a pretty wild journey into a world that's, well, closer than you could ever imagine, but at the same time, it's almost completely hidden. We're talking about the secret life that's happening inside your own body right now.
So, let me ask you this. Just think about it for a second. What if your body is leading this whole other life that you know absolutely nothing about? I mean, performing millions of tasks, making countless little decisions, running this incredibly complex operation, all of it without you even knowing it's happening. Well, guess what? That's exactly what's going on. This isn't some sci-fi movie plot. It's the real, mind-blowing, autonomous world that's chugging along inside you. So for the next few minutes, let's pull back the curtain and take a peek at this hidden universe. Okay, first up, let's just try to wrap our heads around the sheer scale of this whole operation. We're gonna head right into the engine room, so to speak, to get a feel for the raw, relentless power of your internal systems. And where else would we start but with the most vital, the most famous engine of them all, your heart? It's the ultimate symbol of endurance, right? A biological masterpiece that literally never, ever takes a break. 100,000. Just let that number sink in. That's how many times your heart beats every single day. It's like this constant rhythmic drumbeat that powers your entire existence. And the crazy part? You don't have to consciously think about a single one of those beats.
But hey, the heavy lifting isn't all physical. Your main command center, your brain, is running at a pace that's honestly, it's almost impossible to really comprehend. It's every bit as tireless as your heart. 50,000. That's the ballpark number of thoughts your brain cranks out every day. And what's truly incredible is that most of them, they just flash by before we can even consciously grab onto them. They're like the background software, the silent calculations running everything we do. So you start to get this picture, right? There are these two different realities. There's the tiny little sliver of life that we are aware of, the stuff we actively think about. And then there's this vast, silent, automatic operation, the body's autopilot. And that's what's doing pretty much all of the heavy lifting. All right, next up is another secret that's just wild. Your body is in a constant state of renewal. You are not the same person you were a month ago. I mean that literally. Just think about the rhythm of it all. About every 27 days, boom, you've got a whole new outer layer of skin. And then every 4 months or so, 120 days, your body's churned out a completely fresh supply of red blood cells. It's this nonstop cycle of breaking down and rebuilding.
And I just love this line from the source material. It frames it so perfectly. Every month, you really are a new person from the inside out, in a very real, very biological way. Okay, now we're gonna zoom in. I mean, way in. We're going from these huge, large-scale systems down to a bustling, microscopic city, a metropolis that you carry around with you 24/7. Get ready for this number. 100 trillion. It's just staggering, isn't it? To put that in perspective, that's more than 10 times the number of your own human cells. And that massive number? That's the population of bacteria living inside your gut. So this huge community has a name. It's your gut microbiome. And these aren't bad guys. They're not invaders. They are essential partners. They're a super complex ecosystem of good bacteria that are absolutely crucial for, well, everything. From digesting your lunch to keeping your immune system in fighting shape. And you know what's cool? This invisible world of helpers and automatic processes, it isn't just buried deep inside you. This hidden world of sensitivity actually extends all the way out to the surface, right to your fingertips. I mean, think about it for a second. Your fingertips can tell the difference between silk and satin, right? Without you even having to look. Those tiny little nerve endings are constantly firing off data to your brain, making these super fast judgments about the world around you, way before your conscious mind even has a chance to catch up. So what happens when you call it a day? When you finally power down and go to sleep? You might think everything stops, but nope, the work doesn't stop. In fact, some of the most important jobs are just getting started. Your body never ever sleeps. The second you drift off, your body's night shift punches the clock. It gets right to work on a few key tasks. First, storing up energy for the next day. Second, repairing any cells that got a bit banged up. And third, beefing up your immune system so it's ready to take on any threats. So when you put it all together, what you've got is basically a perpetual motion machine. It's a tireless 24/7 operation with one single, incredibly important goal: to keep you alive, keep you healthy, and get you ready for whatever tomorrow throws at you. It's the ultimate support system, And it runs completely in the background. And that kind of leaves us with one last thought, doesn't it? Now that you've gotten to know this hidden, tireless, secret version of yourself, can you ever really see your own body the same way again?